Now we will talk a little bit about the physical choreography that goes into ultimate piano playing, which we call our form, specifically the wave method form. Let's take another look at our hammer because we'll use that as a point of reference. Our hammer is a very important part of our piano action. In fact, it is the hammer having the contact with the string that produces our tone. And the hammer is made up of felt, which is very densely packed in layers, as we could see. And what happens when we, again, press the key with too much force, we cause the hammer to very, very strongly hit the string and also to have a prolonged contact time with the string, which is very detrimental to our tone. Tone at the piano comes from the string when it vibrates. And when a string vibrates, it divides in a very periodic way. And when the hammer, which has a certain elasticity, sort of like a tennis ball, you could see with the firmly packed felt, it's at once soft but also very firm. When the hammer has that prolonged contact time with the string because of undue force, what happens is that it loses its elasticity. It goes beyond its flex point, and as a result we'll start to get a lot of grooves inside the piano hammer over time. And this is what also leads to our tone being compromised. So what we need to learn, one of the first and foremost principles to learn in the ultimate piano playing method is through our body being light and using velocity instead of weight and heavy force, what we can avoid is that elasticity of the hammer being compromised. Because when we activate a light and very fast way of passing through the key with our finger, what will happen is that the hammer will have way more bounce. It will bounce back sort of like an inflated tennis ball on concrete. It will not stay there, and you will not hear that thump as you could hear in this action model. You will hear instead a lot more color in your tone. So also I want to point out that one of the side benefits as well is that when you play with speed and velocity instead of heavy weight and undue force, this is with forcefulness. As you can see, the action parts sort of get arrested, get frozen. Here we go. But when we play with lightness and a certain velocity, what happens is that they are more fluid as well. And in fact, they do add to the vibration of our notes. And so this also does influence sound. I hope that those demonstrations of the mechanics of the piano, a very basic introduction to what affects our tone, has been helpful. And now join me as we'll explore what we need to do in our physical choreography, which we call the form, in order to elicit these kinds of responses in our piano action.